Hi, I'm Hope, about a year ago I had the amazing opportunity to do a semester abroad and head on an exciting and unknown adventure. So I was headed off to a small town in Sweden called Karlstad and would be attending Karlstad University. After leaving the pre-departure session and hearing about everybody else's amazing experience abroad, I felt ready and excited to take on this opportunity. So the day had finally arrived, August 23rd, 2015, and I was headed off to Sweden. After 24 hours of flying, driving, and riding a train, I had finally made it to my new home. But in the beginning weeks, it had felt like anything but a home. Because of work, I had to arrive a week and a half later than all the other exchange students, so I had to miss orientation week. When I arrived, I felt very out of place. There's so many people around me. Everybody seemed to have made their bonds and connections and friendships, and I didn't know where I belonged at all. Yes, people were very friendly and willing to talk to me, but I felt like I was only making small talk and not making those really strong connections like everyone else was and having those inside jokes. A few days after arriving, there was going to be this huge outdoor concert at one of the local parks, but unfortunately I had a meeting to go to before, so I wasn't able to go with the whole group to the concert. I was talking to one of the people that I met and they said, oh, just meet us there, get on bus 1 at Duegaten, get off at Stora Torget, walk a little bit and you'll see a huge sign that says Mary Berskogen. So just like you, these words meant absolutely nothing to me and I just smiled and nodded. But I became very overwhelmed with the new culture, the new language, and the time change that after my meeting I just was so exhausted that I decided just to go back to my room and not put that effort in to try to find the location and meet up with them. So I remember going back to my residence room, crying, wanting to go home. I had no idea where I belonged in this new country. So for the first week, I pretty much stayed in my room, too scared to put myself out there. Fast forward a few weeks later, I had finally found a solid friend group. I remember we were having what the Swedish called fika, which is a little small coffee date, and we were all laughing because we all felt the same at our beginning days. So although that we smiled when we were in groups and laughed, we all went back to our rooms wanting to go home. We all bonded over not knowing anyone, feeling burnt out, and the culture shock. With time, things became a lot easier. I reached out to my host university's international resources and got in contact with my host family in Sweden, as well as host students. I remember Rizwan was the first host student that I reached out to, and he walked me around campus, he took me to the university, he also showed me local grocery stores I could go to, we got some food and all this stuff, and he really made me feel at home and helped me reach out to other exchange students. I really felt like the new student, so he was really helpful and welcoming, so that was really good. I also joined Facebook groups and I was able to meet a lot of other students who were going to be in my upcoming classes, and we really bonded over going to classes together and figuring out what our teacher wanted from us. And that moment when I reached out for help and asked for assistance was really the start of my exchange. A lot of times when you ask people how their exchange experience was, you're asking them to summarize 4 or 8 months of their lives into a few sentences or words. And so a lot of times they're going to focus on the positives. So they're going to talk about all the countries they traveled to, all the amazing food they ate, and all the wonderful people they met. I think it's important to remember that while you're abroad, life still happens back home, whether it's good or bad, and things can happen. But know you're still Golden Hawk and that we're here to help you. So every campus abroad will still have a Mike or Michelle somewhere on their university campus, and they're there to help you. So reach out for those resources that they provide. Looking back, I'm so happy I decided to stay. Although in the moment when I saw people post pictures of them at the concert on Facebook, all I wanted to do was to go back home to Laurier and be with my friends. But I could not imagine going home and missing out on the amazing opportunities I had, like going to Oktoberfest in Germany, or having late night campfires by the lake in Sweden, or even not meeting all the amazing people I met that I still talk to this day. So although there were some hard times during my exchange, and there will be hard times, there are far more positives than negatives. So if you're having a hard time, talk to people. Talk to your university, reach out to your friends, and talk to other exchange students, because more often than not, just like me and my friends, they're probably going through the same feelings as you.